Good morning or good afternoon, everybody. I will be back on Tuesday. Remember, there is no school Monday. Remember that you can also contact me via Schoology with messages. If you have questions on things, you can take pictures of things and send them to me. I'm happy to respond. So today you have just a couple of things to accomplish. One of them is an actual grade in the grade book, so we'll talk about that in a second. But we're going to do three things. So we're going to start with checking our homework. So you were working on the function worksheet last night, and I'm going to show the answers up here. So you can, with the video, you can check your answers. If you struggled on some of the problems, there is a second video attached to this that goes through explanation of how to solve some of these problems. So you can watch that separately. I would suggest you watch that during wind time or at home, and spend your time today doing the other two activities, which is completing the Schoology vocabulary, which is an assessment. It will be going in the gradebook, and your quizzes, chapter 1 review. So there are some fun things we're going to kind of do a little bit of a competition and see if you're ready for your test come next week. So homework. Here's the answers to the composite functions. Okay, so these guys are the composite. So go ahead and flip through these, check your work. Again, if you want extra help or weren't sure how to solve some of these, make sure that you watch the other video that is attached, just to save time today, since it's a short class period. This one you could definitely have as a decimal, but from now on, we're going to move to fractions. So just go ahead and get in the habit of using fractions. So math frac is going to be your friend. And there's your last set. Okay. And remember, the second video, watch the second video if you need help on some of these problems, like how to solve them, and come with specific questions on Tuesday, or feel free to email me over the weekend. I'm happy to give you some explanations. Okay. The sub also has an answer key, so you're welcome to ask her. If you don't have Wi-Fi at home, how did she work that problem out? All the work is shown for those problems. All right, so at this point, I want you to head to Schoology, and I need you to get your vocab done. So on that left-hand side, you're going to see the vocab practice. Go ahead and take that. You do have 2 opportunities to do that. So if you don't like your score, you can redo it, preferably on your own time this weekend or next week. The last day that it will be accepted is the day of our test. At that point, if it's not done, it is late. Okay? So I think the test is looking for at Thursday just because of scheduling. The second thing I want you to do is a quizzes review. So the code and everything is posted on Schoology, and make sure that you log in with your Gmail and your Google. Keep in mind that I can track what you're doing with that. You will need a calculator and some paper to work some of those out, because it does require a little bit of writing, not a lot. Now, if you do not get done with this quizzes review, you should continue to practice on that this weekend and Monday. That would be something really good to work on coming up to a test. Your goal is an 80%. Okay, the goal is an 80% on that. If you get an 80%, chances are you should do fairly well on the test that we have coming up this week. Any questions, let me know. Remember, Monday there's no school. Tuesday, we'll take questions over 1.6 and 1.7. So the learning that we went over while we were gone, and we'll be taking the post-test, and the post-test is a grade in the grade book. So that will be our last actual score formatively until we take our test. The test will be on Thursday. We'll actually start something called number tricks on Wednesday. All right, go ahead and get started. Remember, vocabulary first, and then switch over to quizzes and shoot for that 80%. And I will see you on Tuesday.